Hello BookTube. Today I'm going to be doing the To Die For tag. This tag was created by Peter the Book Lover, whose original video seems to not be up anymore, so I will leave a link to his original channel. And if not, then I'll just mention him in the show notes. So the thing about this book tag is to select 5 books that you really want. In my case, that is especially difficult because there are thousands of books I want spread over numerous wish lists. I've got like almost 1,000 in my Libris wish list, and I'm pretty sure I've got almost 1,000 into Amazon wish list. So I have a lot to choose from. So I decided to go with the most onerous, the most difficult to find, the most expensive, that kind of thing. So let's get going. Once I get this thing off. Sorry about that. I'm filming on my new laptop, and sometimes there are annoying pop-ups that I have to take care of, which distract me from the camera. So the first book I want to show you, and the first 3 are histories. So the first one is The Last Medieval Queens by J.L. Laynesmith. Oh, darn it. Oh, sorry about this. So The Last Medieval Queens is a history of the last medieval queens of England. If memory serves, I think she starts with Catherine of Valois, the queen of Henry V. But I think thematically it probably made more sense if she started with Elizabeth Woodville, because the last 3, Elizabeth Woodville, Anne Neville, and Elizabeth of York, are all English-born queens, whereas the preceding queens, including Catherine of Valois and Margaret of Anjou, were primarily French princesses, although there were a few who were princesses of other kingdoms. And so J.L. Laynesmith focuses on what these queens' roles were socially, politically, outside of just having children. Also how the queen's courts were paid for, that sort of thing. I read the book at least once, I think twice, although this has been years ago. It came out almost 20 years ago now. And I've wanted it forever, but the copies I've found have been well above my price range, so I haven't picked it up, although I would love to eventually one day own the book. The next book is one that I've been interested in for a little bit longer than The Last Medieval Queens, and that is The Dutch Republic, Its Greatness, Its Rise, Greatness, and Fall, 1477 to 1806 by Jonathan I. Israel. Oh, this one looks a little bit better than the other one. This is a history of the Dutch Republic, and I first read it in college. I checked it out from the university library because I had a Dutch kick at the time, and I'm really interested in the Dutch and Dutch history. So I've wanted to read it, and I've wanted to have it in my collection for a while, but I've never gotten around to getting it. It's extremely expensive for what I can tell, so yeah, but I really would like to have it as well. The last work of history I want to pick up and is the newest of 3. It came out last year, and that is The Burgundians, A Vanished Empire by Bart van Loo. This is a history of the Burgundians. That sounds very interesting. Unfortunately, the hardcover is incredibly expensive. I want to say nearly $40, even with an Amazon or Book Depository discount. So I'm waiting for the paperback, which I haven't quite checked Amazon to see if when the US paperback release is going to come out. I'm probably going to go with the British release from Book Depository, as I do with all of the Hit of Zeus books I've picked up. And that'll be in about 80 days. So, my October book haul or November book haul will likely have this one. This one is definitely one of the ones that will be picked up relatively soon. Next up is a cookbook, Dessert Person by Claire Saffitz. And the thing about this one is honestly the easiest to get out of all of the five, largely because all I have to do is go to Amazon, click on it, and buy it. But I have this weird relationship with cookbooks. I don't, because I've been in a position to get this book several times now. I could have pre-ordered it when it came out 2 years ago. I could have bought it anytime since then, especially most recently when I had my little cookbook kit a few months ago. But I need to be in the mood for cookbooks. And while I think I'm building up to another mood for cookbooks, I don't know for sure. So we'll see exactly when I pick up Dessert Person. I do want a few more baking centric books. So yeah. And finally, number 5. I'm going to manga, and that is Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic by Shinobu Ohtaka, which you can't see. So I need to work on that. So Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic is a manga series that I've fallen in love with. I first started collecting it last year when I rediscovered my love of manga and decided I wanted to actively collect manga again. I have a huge, well, not huge, but pretty good manga collection over there. Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic is inspired by the Arabian Nights tales in the Middle East. It's about a young wizard named Aladdin who travels across the land seeking friends. He meets a young man named Ali Baba who becomes his first friend, and they go on adventures together. I picked up the first volume relatively easily. The second volume was rather difficult to get. Volumes 3 and 4 were pretty easy to get, and 5, 6, and 7 were easy, as well as volume 13. Volume 8, however, was a pain in my rear end. It took me months to find a reasonably priced copy, and eventually Powell's, the storied independent bookstore in Portland, Oregon, provided. But it looks like volume 9, which is the one I'm holding up here, 10, 11, and 12 are going to be fairly difficult to find as well. And I think a few more in the teens will also be quite difficult. So that's why I selected Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, even though I do have 9 volumes of the series. There are 37 in total, and collecting all of them will be rather difficult, I find. But looking forward to the challenge. I mean, I will eventually get them all, and and finishing off a complete manga series is quite thrilling and fun. And I'm looking forward to doing it with Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, and we'll see when exactly I get it done. So, in your booktube, that was the Books to Die For tag. If you would like to do this tag, consider yourselves tagged. I'll be back tomorrow with another tag video. Probably not the penguin tag that's been going around. I want to do a bit more show and tell with that one. Although, given how this show and tell went, maybe not. We'll see how that goes. But it'll probably be some kind of tag tomorrow, and then the penguin tag on Wednesday. Thursday won't have anything up because I'll be watching the Four Children of the Apocalypse, which is why I'm kind of in a bit of a rush with this video because my brother should be picking me and my mom up here in a few minutes to go watch them today. So hopefully I'll be able to get this loaded before then. So anyway, BookTube, until I see you tomorrow, thank you, have a great afternoon, and stay safe.